Welcome all, my name's David Roscio. This is our premises and I'm proud to bring you our brand new 2015 Mustang. What I want to do today is have a bit of a walk around the car. For those of you that are purchasing the new Australian delivered Mustang, this will give you a great idea of the type of car you're going to start seeing here in Australia coming from December onwards. So let's have a bit of a look around. What you can see, this is a competition orange vehicle. Now this is a standard colour. This vehicle was purchased by us direct from the US. We've brought it into Australia as a development vehicle. So Streetfighter are using this vehicle to produce all our products, to develop exhaust systems, intake systems, tuning. So we'll have this vehicle here in our workshop continuously developing our products. So I just want to show you a few things that we've currently done, a lot of the things that are standard and a lot of the difference between the US brought-in model and what you're going to see in your dealership coming December. So the colour is standard. Like I said, it's competition orange. This is a standard colour that you can purchase. The Mustang, as you see it, has got our Streetfighter wheels on it. Now these are a 20-inch wheel to replace the standard 19-inch wheel that we'll receive on our factory delivered Mustangs. They're our stage 1 Streetfighter wheel. We also are producing a stage 2 wheel, which is a little bit bigger and a bit more aggressive. These Mustangs have got a wide body. If you have a look at the back wheel there, they've got a really big, or for a better word, big bum on them, and you can fit a really big wheel on them. So they'll be coming up soon. So these are our Streetfighter aftermarket wheels. So obviously the standard vehicle doesn't come with these wheels. Now these rear arches or rear tubs or whatever you may call them, rear guards, they've got a massive amount of room under here. They've done a great job on bringing that old style muscle car shape back into a modern vehicle. So big tyres there for big power. So that'll certainly support that for you. You'll see the side skirts. Now they're a standard skirt. They come in the matte black finish, and that'll come on whatever colour you choose. You can see they've kept the classic lines of the 60s style Mustangs. I think they've done a great job. We've got a bit of a leverage on this car. It's just come back from Bathurst, so you don't get a true sense of the lines, but they've kept the old 60s, mid-60 Mustang lines alive on a brand new 2016 model vehicle, so that's fantastic. Okay, now as you can see, this is a GT model Mustang, so it's got the big GT badge on the back. Our Australian models won't have this same GT badge. I believe we'll have a round badge with the GT embossed in it or the Mustang horse embossed in it. But other than that, we'll receive the same rear lip on the back of the car. Okay, so the really cool thing about these American delivered vehicles are the staggered indicators. Now that's an old 60s muscle car thing. Now unfortunately that's not going to be compliant with our Australian laws, so again we'll receive the white lenses with the amber indicator. But how cool is that on the car? It's the old 60 muscle car look. Okay, so as mentioned before, this car's a V8 and it's a GT. In America, this vehicle is the lower level, and they actually up-spec them to what they've called a performance pack. In Australia, we will receive the performance pack as a standard, so we receive all the extra options as a standard. So what that means is a few of the goodies that the Americans have to pay a bit more for. Now I can vouch for these brakes. As you can see by the discs on the brakes, we've had this vehicle around a racetrack probably for 500 miles now, and the 4-piston brakes work fantastic. So getting the 6-piston, we're going to have fantastic braking, won't need to touch them. What we may need to look at is the rear brakes. So let's have a look at the back. Okay, so the back brakes, once again you can see discoloured discs. That's from going around the track, but we've got a smaller standard style sliding caliper single piston rear brake here. Not a great match for the front. This is a standard on all Mustangs, both in the US and in Australia, and it's what we're going to get on both our V8 and turbo models. Streetfighter will be doing a matching rear 4-piston caliper set to match the front Brembos. We'll be doing some rear Brembos for you. So watch out for them. They'll be available for your Australian Mustang. Now have a look at this fantastic bonnet profile, guys. It's just got so much character about it. I love it. I think they've done a great job. You can see the flutes on the bonnet. Once again, this is an American spec model. Unfortunately, the 2016 Aussie one won't have these flutes. They look so good. We'll just have a straight across bonnet. Demand has been high for them, so we are thinking about giving optional bonnets for people that may want to go with the flute style. So look out for that as well. Okay, so the front grille and splitter area, exactly how you're going to see it on your car. The honeycomb shape is for the V8s, and there is a different style which is a bit wavier, and that's for the turbo models. But other than that, the shape and the look of the front is pure Mustang, and is what we're going to see on our Aussie ones coming December. The splitter as well, the black different colour splitter, will be on all colour models as a black splitter. So that's a standard option as well. So that's the way it looks from the front. Okay, so you may have noticed something about the height of the car. We've actually lowered it with our German acquired Streetfighter suspension. We've used a progressive rate spring to lower this car from standard height. It's about 30 mil lower from at front and at back. So something that's not quite standard is the height of the car, 30 mil lower than what you'll see in your showroom. Once again, German-made suspension available for your Streetfighter for your Mustang. Okay, so why don't we have a look under the bonnet? And just while we're doing that, starting's a breeze. So once again, this is the 5-litre V8 version. The engine's called the Coyote engine, and we're actually quite known to us in Australia. It's currently in the FG, FPV and the new XR8 range. Difference is our Australian models are actually supercharged. Our Mustang will not be supercharged. It'll be exactly as you see it under the bonnet. 5-litre V8 engine, as you see it here, or the option of the 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. This engine was voted one of the top 10 engines of the year several years ago, so it is a high-tech, high-performance, great economy for the power output. Not that you're buying a Mustang for the economy, but it's a bonus if it can run with some good fuel economy. Now the turbocharged engine will put out a 224, I believe, kilowatt at the flywheel. This 5-litre will be released with 307 kilowatts at the flywheel. So a lot of power. We've decided to purchase the automatic model, but it'll also be in a manual. So automatic or manual, 5-litre engine, or the turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Okay, one of the things that we've been continually asked about is, will there be a supercharger package for it? And the answer is 100% definitely yes. Streetfighter will be offering several different packages. So what you're seeing now is the standard underbonnet of our 5-litre Mustang. Supercharging available, as mentioned. The intake will also be available. We'll be offering cold air intakes, higher performing intakes. The Mustang has got all the modern features that you could want from a modern vehicle. It's got ABS braking, it's got a fuel injected high-tech 4 valve per cylinder engine, both on the V8 and the 4-cylinder. It's got stability control. On our Australian models, we'll receive heated and cooled seating. So there you go, there's a bonus. On board, there's a tech pack that pretty much acts like a PlayStation. You can record all your data. Okay, so one of the, just going on into the interior of the car, one of the features is a keyless start. So we just place our key here, and it's got an engine start-stop button, and we can start the vehicle from just pushing that button. I'll do that in a minute. This one's automatic, so we've got the automatic gear stick there, but we've also got the pedal shift. So you can choose to put it into drive and use the paddle shift, or you can put it in drive and let it do what it wants. So great little feature there for the autos. The manual will be a 6-speed manual transmission. I love the interior. I reckon it looks like a cockpit of a Mustang fighter plane. It's got the right look and feel about it. It's got a little bit of carbon fibre texture around the dashboard there. It's got all nice round analog gauges. I think it's just put together simply enough and nicely enough that you really feel like you're in a sports car. Nice big fixed steering wheel, big pony logo in the middle. Now, obviously, we're going to get the steering wheel on this side, so don't worry, folks. This is a US car. We'll have the steering wheel on the other side, and all that will be the other way around. One of the features that our Aussie cars will receive standard is leather. Now, we bought this from the US, and we bought it with the standard cloth seating. Being a development car, we really didn't need the leather, but in Australia, you'll receive your car with leather as standard, so you don't even have to ask for it. So black stitched leather. I'm not sure if there's any other colours, but definitely a leather interior with both cooled and heated seating. This is a 215 model. Our Australian delivered ones will be a 216 delivered. Few differences in the dashboard, a nice big screen there, a lot bigger than that. That is quite small. We'll receive a nice big screen, and we'll receive some extra little toggle switches there, which enhances the look of the interior a little bit more again. Not much room in the back, but it is a Mustang. Small kids possibly. You wouldn't want to put adults there for too long. It is generally a two-door vehicle for maximum 2 adults and a couple of small kids. Probably last thing to look at interior-wise might be the boot. Okay, now with most modern cars, we've got the remote entry into the boot. Now, what I was really surprised about is the room in this Mustang boot. There's a lot of baggage room that I'm sure you can fit a nice big suitcase and some extra sports bags in there, or whatever you may, but a lot of room for a boot, considering it is a sports car. Pretty much the vehicle you'll see in your showroom. Just to recap the differences, Streetfighter have lowered the vehicle. We have put our suspension kit on here, and we have put our bigger wheels on here. Probably the other thing I haven't mentioned, and I'll give you a listen right now, is we have changed the exhaust system. So what you'll hear now is not your standard exhaust system, but this is our Streetfighter full exhaust system. So we've built 1 7/8 inch headers going into a full twin 3-inch system, and we've also got the option of a 1 3/4 header going into a full 3-inch system. I'll just demonstrate that for you now. As you can hear, it's a nice deep note, really suits the look of a muscle car Mustang. How good was that? That's how an exhaust should sound on a V8, and don't worry, for the turbo guys, we'll have something for you guys as well. What you're seeing here is our single exit, 1 tip each side. So that's our full system with our single exit tip. Coming soon, we'll have our quad tip exhaust. So that'll be a Streetfighter quad tip or a single tip exhaust. Perfect for your new Mustang. What a fantastic car. As you can see from the walk around, I think we're more than excited to get these American imports in now. What's even more exciting though is workshops like this around Australia, Streetfighter workshops, will be offering you enhancement packages, enhancement tuning, exhaust, supercharger kits, all for your new Mustang. You can choose to leave it as is and we're happy to maintain your vehicles for you, or you can bring it to a Streetfighter specialist workshop and we'll have everything for you from a simple air intake, a dyno tune, or a full vehicle build. Now where you can find this information is on our Streetfighter website. It's streetfighter.net.au. Don't forget it's .net.au. You'll find all information about our Streetfighter upgrades, our Australian built Streetfighter branded components, but what's really exciting, and I've left the best till last, Streetfighter specialist workshops around Australia are now authorised Hennessy performance distributors. What that means is we can build you a full Mustang, a full Hennessy spec Mustang as per Hennessy USA, and they'll all be serial numbered 001 onwards. Check us out for that. Check out our website. You'll see continued updates. Please, please put your name down for newsletters. That way you'll keep on track of what we're up to. Have a look at the Hennessy website to see what we can offer for the new Mustang in Australia. You could be the first to have a Hennessy package in Australia, a Streetfighter package, or just a simple air intake. Thank you for looking around the Mustang with me. I forgot to tell you all about our exclusive 3-year driveline warranty. Now that warranty is available Australia and New Zealand wide from all Streetfighter specialist workshops. What that means is you can bring it to a Streetfighter specialist workshop, just like this one, anywhere in Australia and New Zealand, have your Streetfighter package or your Hennessy package and ask for the optional security, peace of mind of an Australia and New Zealand wide 3-year warranty. Now that's www.streetfighter.net.au. Thanks again, folks.